It's just all about love and life and living in freedom. That's what it's all about for me now.
Welcome to the Rich Spinster Podcast. This is Alexis. The World Cup ended. Viva España. I'm so glad that Spain won. Did you see that fat, slow foot dragging fuck walk across that stage, not knowing what to do? Just looking like a lost fucking toddler? That is the President of the United States. America would have done better electing that guy from American Idol. Remember the she bang guy? She bang. What is his name? William Hung. Why was he just standing there, lost? I swear it was like going into a nursing home and seeing someone just kind of walking around in circles. You know what? This is so interesting. What I thought of when I saw him standing there looking lost, looking like he was waiting for the nursing assistant to come help him, I thought about the time where my best friend and I visited her father. He was in a rehab facility, and he was in a rehab facility for a short period of time. And we went in there and we're talking to her dad. And all of a sudden, I see this man coming down the hallway in nothing but a diaper. He was just walking in nothing but a diaper, looking confused, like, where should I go? That is what Trump reminded me of this weekend, seeing him on that FIFA stage. He looked like a man with a full diaper waiting to be escorted back to his room. Sometimes the world just does not let me down. Sometimes when I think it's just filled with people who don't care about people, or people who don't care about justice, or just full of just the worst. Something like that happens. The World Cup happens, and they put his picture up on a screen and everyone boos. That was so beautiful to me. That was so beautiful to me. And now I'm like, what am I going to do with my life now? It has literally consumed me for a month. Every day there has been soccer. I've been reading about soccer. I've been watching footage, all of it. And now it's just gone. And I'm supposed to just go back to living my normal life. I don't know how that's going to work out for me. I don't, but I'm going to give it a go. I am going to give it a go. So let's get into some things. I would like to say, first of all, I am here for this new season of Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden doesn't give a fuck anymore. He does not give a fuck. You know what? Hunter Biden is what happens when people get stripped down to the truth. And it's a beautiful thing. It's also a beautiful thing for someone to talk about their addiction openly. And because I think that just does so much to eradicate shame when it comes to addiction. And I'm a person, I don't believe in shame at all on any level, because I think that shame keeps you in bondage. And so when I see Hunter Biden now speaking freely and openly about his addiction, about politics, about all of that, I'm here for it. We need more Hunter Biden especially in the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party totally needs more Hunter Bidens. It needs more people who will call a thing, to call people out, to say what they mean and don't give a fuck about the consequences of that, because ultimately all they care about is the truth. I love that. I also am loving this version of Hunter Biden, because Hunter Biden is going on the internet and Hunter Biden is giving you exactly what it is you're looking for. Okay. He's giving you exactly what it is that you are looking for. Hunter Biden don't give a fuck. But I think that goes to show, sometimes when you go through hell, once you're past that hell, there are just certain things that can't touch you anymore. There are certain things that can't hurt you anymore. There's certain things that can't embarrass you anymore. And I really believe that once you take shame out of the equation of your life, that there is nothing that can hurt you in the same way ever again. You can throw out, yeah, Hunter Biden was a drug addict. And who on this earth gets through life without any struggles? Just because my struggle doesn't look like his or yours doesn't make a person more or less valuable. Sometimes the truest, most moving testimony you can get from someone who is in the throes of addiction. Also, something that I saw this weekend where the Tate brothers were arrested. I am somebody, I knew nothing about the Tate brothers. Correction. I had heard of them. I knew they were these alt-right brothers. But did you all know that the Tate brothers are Black? I had no earthly idea that the Tate brothers are Black. Their father was a chess player, I guess a chess master. Their father he was a Black man, and their mother is white. And they are biracial. They also have a sister who's not passable, but they are basically passing as white people who are alt-right. The level of delusion you have to be under. The spell of delusion has absolutely taken over your life if you are a person of color and a Nazi passing as a white man. What? So then I didn't find this information out until Sunday morning. Okay, I'm recording this podcast on Monday. Sunday morning, I found out that they were Black. So then I just started digging. And apparently Andrew Tate has talked about how his father was a misogynist and violent and all of these things. But he felt like his father was like a great man and that they shared values. And that made me think, wait a minute. So you got these values from your Black male father? I believe it. I believe it because one conversation that is not had often enough is about misogyny when it comes to Black men. And so he learned that from his Black father. And he took his light skin privilege and amplified that. And it made him a monster. And the fact that this man is a multimillionaire. In fact, he says he has fuck you money. Okay, he has fuck you money where he doesn't care what you think. I believe every single word that I read about his accusations, every single word. But there's this idea that women are there to serve men, that their value that a woman has is only linked to men. And that's, I think, why it drives me crazy too, when men are centered in the lives of women. We don't center men right here. Men are not centered in my life. And so, but I do notice that is very different. How I look at men is very different than, let's say, some of my friends look at men. A lot of the women that I know are very male-centered. A lot of them, which is also why a lot of them are never satisfied. They're living lives of chronic dissatisfaction because their lives are centered around men. People who are male-centered, women who are male-centered. Haven't y'all seen how men have fucked everything up? You look at everything and you think this is because of men. You're given these male-centered messages and you're raised up in this, but never does your mind just click one day and say, wait a minute. Men have fucked this all up. And let's be clear, I know and have known some amazing men, and they are out there, but they're not a lot. There's not a lot. Listen, I think bisexuality should be an option for all women because, listen, it is a lot easier to find a good woman than a good man. I tell you, give it a try. Shit. That's how motherfuckers like Andrew Tate keep happening. It really shocked me that they're Black. I would have never thought that in a million years. Not because of the misogyny, because I would expect the misogyny, but the alt-rightness of it, the racist part of it, I'm just confused. I'm confused as to how you can look at yourself in the mirror, look at your family, look at the father who you say, who he claimed to adore, and still have these disgusting racist views. Whew. I'm telling you, racism has done a number in this world. It's done a number in America specifically, but it's also done a number on the psyche. I think racism is a mental disorder, and I don't know if it's one that is curable in our time. They have nothing else except for whiteness. Meanwhile, Black people specifically, we are just living our lives not thinking about racists at all, living our lives, having a good time, expressing ourselves, being Black and beautiful, being melanated, popping, all of that. And when a racist mind sees that, it angers them. It angers them. You know what really angers them too? Black people doing as well or better than them. They feel like there is no way a Black person should be doing better than they are. And so it's just one of those things. When I saw that this weekend, I was just like, what the fuck, yo? What, this motherfucker's Black? That's why they say, all your skin folk ain't your kinfolk. Because I never knew. And then I told my friend Jen, I was like, Jen, did you know that this motherfucker's Black? She was like, what? That's as delusional as Kanye. So Lindsey Graham, as we know, passed away last week. Nobody gives a fuck. But it's so interesting now we're having more people come out and talk about their sexual relationships with Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham has had the boys like paid for years, which is so offensive to me. Lindsey Graham is a perfect example of these homophobic Republicans. The only way that you can truly be homophobic in the ways that Lindsey Graham and other Republicans are homophobic is to be gay, is to be closeted. So I'm telling you all, look at the people in your life. The most homophobic person that you know is absolutely gay. I guarantee you, if Lindsey Graham had just announced to the world, or not even announced to the world, because I don't believe that people have a right to your personal life. They don't have a right to know what you do in the bedroom and who you do it with, or even who you love. But if Lindsey Graham was not closeted and just said to the world, sometimes I like to suck a dick, he would have been a much better person on every level. He would have been a better friend. He would have been a better colleague. He would have been a better senator. He would have been a better Christian. But now we got to pretend. Back to Hunter Biden. I was listening to Hunter Biden this weekend, and he was talking about this group of Republicans in Washington, this gay underground, I'm gonna call them a cult, okay? This group of booty bandits in the Republican Party who are all closeted and homophobic and vote against LGBTQ issues. Living this secret life. I'm telling you, people's secret lives will get them every time. Those secret lives will get you every single time. You got to be free. You got to be free. Freedom really means releasing yourself from the expectations of other people, not being invested in what other people think about who you are and how you live your life. I'm saying that casually, and I know that that's a very difficult thing. I think most people deeply care what other people think about them. And I don't know the answer to not caring. I don't know how you get there, what the step is for everyone, because everyone's different. But I know for me, when I cared, it didn't make a difference. When I cared what other people thought, it didn't make a difference in my life. They still talked. They still lied. They still did everything the same, even when I cared what they thought. I don't know how you get there, but I know you need to hurry up and run and get to that bitch. You need to, I don't know where that finish line is in your life, but you need to sprint there because it does nothing but hold you back. Imagine who Lindsey Graham could have been if he didn't hate himself so much. If he didn't hate the fact that he was a gay man, imagine who he could have been. That to me is a sad life. The Republican Party is still fucking with us with Mitch McConnell. This is the time when Democrats need to play no games. Stop being a passive party. How about Democrats understand their enemy, learn their enemy, operate like their enemy? The problem is Democrats rest upon being good people. Well, we have the moral high ground, and that is enough. History will show that we were on the right side. I hate to break it to you all, but that doesn't mean a damn thing at this point. I'm not interested in how history will view me. I'm interested in doing what is right now. I'm interested in results. We want to appear to just be genuine and good and wholesome. Fuck all that. I'm talking hit them with a 2-piece, throw them on the ground, jump on their back with both fucking feet. You know how mad you got to be to jump on somebody's back with both fucking feet? That is how the Democratic Party needs to respond at this point with the Republican Party. No working across the aisle. No, we need to come to the center. None of that. We see on that side, they're morally bankrupt. I personally don't believe in engaging and having relationships with people who are morally bankrupt. So why should the Democrats? We have enough power, enough resources, enough people that we shouldn't have to do that. The Democrats should see where that has gotten the Democratic Party over the years. It got us Trump. America is not a Christian nation. And proof that America is not a Christian nation is Donald Trump. And proof that these Christians are full of fucking shit, they voted for Donald Trump. They don't want to be like Jesus. They don't want the church to be like Jesus, because then that's problematic. Then you really have to love your neighbor as yourself. Then you really have to care about the environment and care about the poor instead of just caring about your damn self. See, Christian nationalism is caring about your damn self, your white self. That's all that matters. Capitalism and your whiteness. That's all that fucking matters. Because if Jesus mattered, Trump wouldn't be president. I have long since believed that Black folks and the church need to divorce. Fuck that church. I have long since believed that Black people need to divorce themselves from this version of Christianity. And I've always believed that Black Christians need to stop letting white Christians play in their face. Stop letting these white Christians play in your face. Stop going to these churches and listening to these pastors who don't give a damn about your Black life. As a non-religious person, I feel like the purpose of religion should be to make you better, to help guide you in a way. For the betterment of mankind. They don't give a damn about mankind. They don't give a fuck about mankind. And I am always astonished by people who have friends who are MAGA or MAGA sympathizers. To me, you're the same. And I think that if you are a MAGA sympathizer, I think you're as bad as MAGA. We're all ignorant when it comes to something. Lord knows there's a lot of things that I'm ignorant about. But I don't rest in that. I don't find peace in that place of ignorance. I want to understand. I want to learn more. I don't think they do. I really don't think Trumpers want to learn more. I think they want to feel good about their ignorance. They want to feel like they're okay just the way they are. But here's the thing. I will say this, seeing our society now, seeing how people have voted, seeing how people act online, and all of that, I have no interest in working to be a better person. I think I am pretty damn good Because when I'm looking online and I see motherfuckers jumping counters to fight at Burger King over your Whopper, when I look at some of the dumb that people believe, I feel really good about myself. I have no interest in being a better person. I really don't. Whatever has created this dumb is powerful, has been successful, and is intentional. Like what, 75 million people voted for Trump? Like, that's a lot of dumb. If you are a Black person, let me tell you something. White people will disappoint you every time. There is no disappointment like your white friend on the job, okay? Who you thought was so cool. Y'all went to lunch together. Y'all texted. You have a good relationship. And then you look at their Facebook page and that motherfucker, there's a picture of Trump. I'm telling you, nothing will break a Black heart like a white friend. So listen, you got to know who's in your circle. I'm not a person who thinks that you need to keep the circle tight. I think you just need to keep the circle good. I don't give a damn who you are. If you're a MAGA sympathizer or a MAGA voter, ain't no room for you, bruh. And let's say you feel as though that your white friends won't disappoint you. And maybe yours won't. Maybe yours won't. Don't get on a boat with them. Don't. You know the whole Nolan Wells thing? It makes me think of a conversation I had with my grandfather. We lived in a pretty much an all-white area when I was growing up. And my brother wanted to go hang out at night with some of his friends. One was a white girl. They weren't dating. They were literally friends. And they would not let my brother go. They would not let him go. And he was irritated. Why? Why? I remember my grandfather talking to me and saying he can't go hang out with his white friends at night in this area because it's dangerous. And I was like, it is not dangerous. And my grandfather looked at me and he said, those crackers will kill you. And that stuck with me. When I think about all the experiences that I have had over the years and all the things that I've witnessed and all the things that we have witnessed nationally, I hear those words in my head, those crackers will kill you. And I realize he was right. If given the opportunity, some of them will. But let me tell you something. You walk up on me, you walking up on something. They say that the trauma from slavery is passed through our DNA, that it's cellular. And so I'm wondering if that is cellular, that is passed from generation to generation, then so must the evil of the slave master. And that needs to be examined more. Why are they so violent? But rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Justice for Nolan Wells. Yeah, so the war is escalating or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Listen, all I know is that Iran knows it's not us. Iran, it's not us. It's not us, Iran. And I want the people of Iran to know, it's not us. That's all I'm saying. I don't often meet a lot of Black people specifically who are not religious. I want to meet more Black people who are not religious. I will say the non-religious people that I've met in my life have been 100% better human beings toward me than religious people. And I do think that there needs to be a conversation one day about the oppression that the Black church has caused Black women. I think the Black church is responsible for a lot of Black female loneliness. I think it's responsible for a lot of Black female abuse. I think it's responsible for a lot of Black homophobia. I don't think the Black church has meant freedom for Black women at all. At all. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Talk to me after Bible study. By the way, if you happen to be listening to this on the shitter, it probably means that you ate some Taylor Farm something. Taco Bell, though, I love that Taco Bell was like, keep us out of this. It is so bad when Taco Bell is who you go to for health information. I trust Sean, the CEO of Taco Bell, over Robert Kennedy Jr. any day when it comes to my health and safety. Whatever the CEO of Taco Bell says to do, damn it, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Anybody who takes health advice from Robert Kennedy Jr. deserves to sit on the shitter. On that note, thank you so much for listening to the Rich Spinster Podcast. You can listen to the podcast any place you listen to podcasts, and also watch the podcast in its entirety on YouTube at Rich Spinster and at Rich Spinster on all social media platforms. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.